I think I'm back. Hello. How's it going? I, I... I don't think I will play Overwatch. If that's gonna happen again. I don't know. I really don't know what happened. It's like it disconnected my stream key or something. That's kind of rude. That's kind of rude, to be honest. Move this. 2 streams in 1 day, thank you, Cat. I think I'll probably just like talk for a little bit longer and then I'll end the stream. That was weird. It said something about my stream key. I don't know exactly what it said, but it was something about my... Hold on. No, I was gonna try to resize it, but it's fine. It said something about my stream key. I don't know what happened. It'd be like that. That's just disconnected me. If it happens again, it's fine. I'll just stream for a little bit longer. Why not? Yeah, oh, what did I click? Oh, hold on. To answer a text. Had to answer a happy birthday text. Alright. Now get me out of here. I need to see my Twitch dashboard. Anyway, sorry that happened. Maybe like it just didn't want me to play Hanzo. Maybe it was trying to save me. This is a Nya explodes night. It really is. I really do be like Nya explodes, you know? Sometimes it be like that. I'm going to play... Is it tomorrow? I'm gonna double check. Hold on. I'm double checking. Tomorrow, I'm doing Fire Emblem 3 Houses 1 PM my time, 2 PM EST, 10 AM PST. Unless something happens, then I'll push it later. I'll push it a little bit later in the day. But I'm gonna try to record if OBS, if my game capture doesn't act weird like it did last time. You will be their trust. Yeah, OBS exploded like a creeper. I'm gonna try to record. I noticed the quality was kind of like grainy, even though it's like 1080. I don't know why it was grainy. I actually don't know why it looked like that. So I'm sorry, but that might be the best I can get it for now. Maybe it's just because it's like from the Switch. You know what I mean? It might just be because it's from like Switch gameplay, so... It's 1985. I noticed it a little bit when I went back to look at it, but maybe I haven't made a video for Monday yet. I was thinking either I'll have to come up with something or I will make stream highlights of 3 Houses. I guess it depends. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, but I have to have a video for Monday. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I made a little Lethal Company one, but some of the footage I couldn't use because the audio was too quiet, which sucks. But I put some of the footage, like I edited some of it, but it's only like 5 minutes long. I can't just give the people like a 5-minute video. I gotta give them something, but I need to get my watch hours up. I should do like an hour of me playing Overwatch. Or an hour of me playing House Flipper. It's like, oh, wait. I'm sorry, I was on Twitter. I got distracted. Have you seen... Topic change. Have you seen the Minecraft villagers in the Minecraft movie? That's horrifying. They look horrifying. I don't like that. Hold on. I'm gonna put a link. Look at this. What the heck is that? What is that? I don't. Yeah, I don't like that at all. I have seen the sheep. I didn't think it could get worse than the sheep, but apparently it can. Apparently. That makes me violently uncomfortable. Oh, there's a FNAF trailer. I've never played. I think FNAF would be too scary for me, guys. I really don't want to freak my grandma out by screaming at my computer. I don't think I should play that game, like, ever. 4K villagers, but yeah, they're cursed. They're very cursed. I don't know. Yeah. Oh my god, I'm getting... I gotta click off Twitter, there's some weird stuff on there. But yeah, I gotta figure out what I should do. If I just did Crusader Kings 3, I might be able to get my hours up. I don't want to just post Crusader Kings 3, but it's kind of funny, but it's kind of sad. Like, if you compare my CK3 videos to my other videos, the views are they're like drastically different. Like, my last Overwatch one had 101 views, and my latest CK3 one has 586. The people yearn for CK3. It is golden. That's true. It is. Somebody left me a comment on my CK3 videos where I made like myself slash it's supposed to be like a combination of myself and Saint Catherine of Alexandria, but like in a fictional character. So it's kind of like my character is like based on me and like a saint. But somebody left a comment today. They're like, so you're gonna partially base her on Saint Catherine of Alexandria, but you're not gonna put her in Alexandria? I'm like, first off, it's my game. I can put her where I want. Second of all, she's also based off of me. My character is based off of me. Third of all, she's an Orthodox saint. And, like, Greece is, like, you know, something like 98% Orthodox. It makes sense if I put her in Greece. She's a character. She's not, I did not put the saint in CK3. But they're like, why did you not put her in Alexandria, huh? I'm like, I don't know, because I didn't want to. It's not that deep. I don't know, it's like, comments like that, they're not like rude, but they're kind of just like telling you how to play the game. They frustrate me. They really do. They're like, why didn't you do this exactly how I envisioned you doing it in my head? I'm like, I don't know, maybe I just want to play the game how I want to play the game. That's just a thought. See, that's why I'm scared to stream CK3. Because 1, I'm a woman playing this game. 2, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not playing optimally, you know? I'm just vibing. And that could probably grind the gears of some people that know how to play this game. And 3, I really don't want people to just backseat and tell me how to play and how to play optimally, because I don't care. I'm just chilling. Braun and C. I was thinking about, I should make Miku and C. What if I did like a Crusader Kings 3 series where I just make fictional characters and play them in CK3? We got Miku, we got LeBron, who else could I make? Yeah, we run on good vibes. I'm like, it's not that deep. He literally answered his own question. He's like, why did you make this character who's partially based on a saint from Alexandria? I'm like, well, there's your answer, because she's partially based on her. It's not her. If I want to put her in Greece, I can put her in Greece. I thought about that. Actually, I think it's in the Roads to Power expansion. Mob. I should make Reagan. I should. Putting the samurai in Britain. Dimitri. I was thinking, I think in the latest expansion, I don't have it, but in the latest expansion, I'm pretty sure they added where is it? I don't know for sure if it's the latest expansion or a different one, but they added where you can basically be like a traveler. So you could be like a traveling swords master. That would be really good for Felix. Like, you don't have to stay in one place. I can make him really good at fighting. He could just be a mercenary. Haku? Yeah, Haku from Yona the Dawn. Send Felix to godhood. I think there's like traits in CK3, like you can make people immortal. I don't know how that works, but that'd be kind of funny. But yeah, Natalie finally watched my favorite anime as a teenager, Yona the Dawn. It's a good anime. Maybe one day I'll cosplay Yona. It's just like I'd have to wear contacts. I don't know about contacts, but maybe it's worth it. Yona's pretty. Theosis and CK3. You know what? That was good. I gotta admit, that was a good comment. Theosis, for people who don't know, is like... No, I don't want to attempt to explain it, because I may do a bad job at it, but it's kind of like the Orthodox belief of becoming like God. Not God himself, but becoming like God. So we just put Felix down the path of theosis and make him godlike. It works. Believe in me that believes in you. Alright, if you believe in me, I guess I have to believe in myself. As Naruto says, believe it, Databayo. I've actually seen a little bit of Shippuden. I've seen Naruto, but I've skipped some episodes because they're filler. And like half of the episodes are filler. I don't want to watch that many episodes of filler. Felix becomes the Pope. I feel like I could anger some of my audience if I made a fictional character a Pope. I mean that's actually, I've seen a video where somebody like made like a female Pope. They changed the game rules, so instead of like the men being the ones in the leadership positions, it was like reversed. There's like a way you can do that in CK3. You know, that'd be funny. That'd be funny for a video. That'd be like, see, it's like girl boss. Everyone that's like holding land and is in positions of power, they're all girls. Why not? That'd be funny. I think it'd be funny. I want to make sure I don't upset anybody though. I have to be careful. But that could be an idea. I guess I could make fictional characters in CK3. I wonder how... There's probably mods. Matriarchy takes over Catholicism. Oh my goodness. That'd be interesting. I mean, technically, in CK3, with Orthodoxy, that's not like an ideal faith, because apparently it doesn't give you a lot of perks. If you're playing CK3, you usually want to play as like a Catholic. I love Matilda. The way I play her is like she's like a zealous Catholic woman that goes after the heretics and is very, very... Like, the game kind of gives you the decision that she could go the witchcraft route, but I haven't done that. I don't know. Because there's like... In her... Kind of like her backstory is like her family members have died, but rumors are going around that they think she's sus, that like she killed them through witchcraft. She's got kind of a crazy backstory. But I like Duchess Matilda. She's one of my favorites. That's why I play her so much. I love her. She's my girl. So they think, I guess you can see in her family tree that most of her family is dead, and I guess like the lore is that people think she killed them because they died mysteriously and they can't figure out why. So you could play Matilda as a witch. You could. That'd be something I haven't done before. That'd be an interesting idea, but there's a lot you can do in CK3. Like, I don't know how to properly play it. I don't know the optimal way to play. I just play it to have fun. Like, it doesn't matter if I don't know how to play it, you know? The Salem Witch Trials. I watched a video on the witch trials not that long ago. It's kind of horrifying. It's kind of horrifying. Can you imagine if you lived back then and you went to court? Like, people could just rule against you even if they didn't have evidence. Somebody could just be like, yeah, I saw them do it, and then you'd be like sentenced to death. Be glad we don't live in those times. Gossip could kill you. It really could. Actually, okay, let me say, hold on. I'll say this after I read this comment. You're directly descended from a woman that was somehow found not guilty? That's crazy, actually. To be found not guilty at a witch trial is crazy. She was lucky. She's lucky for that. But my idea, because I promised if I hit 1,000 subs, I would do a karaoke stream. Direct descendant of a potato. I don't know. Maybe we're all descendants from potatoes. Maybe I'm a descendant from sweet tea. Oh, you're Italian too. Irish and Italian. That's cool. But I promised for 1K subs, I would do a karaoke stream. And I haven't done it because when I wanted to do it, I got sick and I got a cough. And it took a long time for my cough to go away. But I was thinking, and this is official, I found somebody that can make... Hold on. Let me pull up my VGen. I found somebody that can make me... The model I'm using right now, the 3D thing, is called Vroid. I found somebody that can make me a custom outfit in my Vroid, in Vroid, for $80 in April. And I had the idea that when my outfit is done, I can do like a little outfit debut. And when I do the outfit debut is when I do the karaoke. So it's like a really special stream, you know? There's a theory that their food was contaminated with some kind of natural narcotic drug and it made them hallucinate and go crazy. I wouldn't put it past. You know what? That sounds pretty... It sounds plausible. It does. But yeah, I think that will give me enough time to prepare, to find out what songs I want to do, to find some tracks to use, and the outfit, I don't know if it'll be finished in April, but I'm on the waiting list, so I know it's gonna be started in April. So I was thinking, I'm gonna link my characters, I'm gonna link my references for those of you who don't know what, like, my model's dress looks like. I found somebody that can make the dress with the little, like, vine details on the arms and stuff. Somebody that can make this for me for $80 in April. I was thinking, I've never had, like, a VTuber debut, because that just feels like a lot of work, and I feel like something would go wrong, so I've been afraid of, like, doing that, so I never had a VTuber debut. But I could have a little outfit debut, like, officially showing my outfit, and then doing karaoke afterwards, so it's something people can look forward to. Isn't there a theory that fields of poppies... I feel like... You know what? I feel like I've heard something about poppies, too. You know... They didn't know a lot of things around them could have bad consequences, so I don't know, it could be possible. But that made me think. I was watching a video, I don't remember who it was about, but it was like about a French queen, and she had like pain and she didn't want to bring up that she had pain, and you can see why she didn't want to at the end of this, but they decided to do surgery on her, and when they did surgery, they didn't have anesthesia or anything, but they cut into her bowels, and so she couldn't like remove waste, and that made her really sick. This poor girl, she just like could not keep anything down, and this is so specific, I'm sorry, this just made me think of it, but she would get like, she got so sick she couldn't keep anything down, and she knew she was dying. Like, if she didn't have that surgery, if they didn't mess up, she would have lived. Like, there was no reason to do the surgery just because she was in a little bit of pain, and they just made it worse. But there's some like funny parts of her story. When they were doing the surgery, they were like, in France, they were wearing those powdery wigs. One of the surgeons, his wig caught on fire. Hi, Romo, how are you? His wig caught on fire as he was doing the surgery. And she asked them to stop. This is when she's like getting cut open. She has like no anesthesia. You're doing fine? That's good to hear. I'm glad you're doing good. She didn't have any anesthesia. This guy's wig caught on fire, and she asked him to stop for a minute so she could laugh. She's like in pain, but seeing his wig catch on fire, she's like, "Can you stop operating on me for a minute? Because I just need to burst out laughing." Yes, it's my birthday today. It's my birthday. I'm 24 today. I don't know how to feel about that age, but I'm 24 now. But yeah, she's like, "Can you guys stop operating so I can laugh?" And then there's like one, oh, omedetou, thank you, arigato, thank you, I appreciate that. There was, what was I saying? Hold on, I lost my train of thought. I'm trying to remember the details, but yeah, that was one of the things. Like, she asked them to stop operating on her so she could laugh. And I'm turning 21 in April, and you're having an existential crisis. Welcome to my world. You're gonna have an existential crisis every day. But the other thing was that one guy that was operating on her hated his wife. And she told him, like, she had a really good sense of humor despite all the stuff she was going through. She told him, pretend that I'm the wife, that he hates. Pretend you're cutting into your wife while you're doing surgery on me. And it's like, it takes a lot to have a sense of humor like that while you are being cut into and you're in so much pain. But it's so sad. I feel so bad for her. She didn't have to go through that if they didn't do surgery on her. It's like, be glad we don't live in those times anymore, and that you can get anesthesia when you get surgery done. Oh, I forgot to change my category. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, I forgot. Before anyone yells at me, I forgot to change it. But yeah, I'm like, it makes me so glad we don't live in those times anymore. Where we can have anesthesia when we're being operated on. Lead bread. We don't have to deal with the Black Plague. We don't have to deal with all that anymore. That, it sounds like a lot. It sounds like a lot to go through. I feel bad that people had to deal with that. It was, there's a channel I follow, I'm subscribed to on YouTube called History Calling. She's a historian that covers different, historical things, and that was one of the things that she covered. And she's a historian, and I find her videos really interesting. And I like listening to her videos on Henry VIII and his wives. And, because, they're interesting. They're interesting. Some of the songs that I'm thinking of doing for karaoke, I haven't seen this musical because I've never seen Broadway, but I've listened to the songs. Some of the songs I'm thinking of doing, if I'm able to do them, because they're kind of difficult to sing. They are songs from Six the Musical, which is about Henry VIII's wives, and yeah, that's just one of my interests. I like British history. I don't know, I just like British history for some reason. And plague is funny because if you get it today, it goes away if you take antibiotics for 3 days. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. And they suffered a lot more than we did with some stuff. I can't imagine being operated on without anesthesia. I think I'd need to, like, be knocked out. Like, I don't think I could do that. I don't think I could handle that. I'm gonna go stream for like 5 more minutes because I've yapped a lot. My mouth is getting tired from my yapping. Oh yeah, blood pulling too. And they would like bleed people out because they thought that would like help them get rid of their sickness if they let them bleed out, which is weird. World War I and II are wild with how little land it took place in. Yeah, history is like... People have said, if you... Like, reality shows don't compare to the actual things that happen in life. Like, if you look through history, it's crazier than, like, anything you could make up, you know? It really do be like that. I don't know, it'd be like that. There's just a lot of stuff like you could not make up. It was just that crazy. And I was listening to a video yesterday about the historian from History Calling talking about a king's son. I can't believe I'm talking about this on my birthday stream. I have 12 viewers listening to this. I am so sorry. Talking about plagues. But she was talking about this king that had a son, his only heir, and he was like, he wasn't in the right mind. He wasn't in his right mind because his parents were related, and like his grandparents were related, and like their family tree was so messed up that's why he was born like that. Do you know chainsaws were originally created for what? Childbirth? That sounds terrifying. That really sounds scary. Childbirth is already scary, now you're mentioning chainsaws. Oh, that guy. I can't remember his name exactly. I can't remember exactly. You know what? Maybe I can find what I was talking about. I don't know. He had a whole chapter in high school. The oldest surviving stone tablet from ancient Mesopotamia is a man giving a stonemason a 1-star review for selling him bad copper. That's really funny. Just imagine. Somebody gives you like a 1-star review and like centuries later, people can still look at that review. Okay, I found what I was talking about. The person was Don Carlos of Spain. And the title is like, Why Inbreeding is Bad. Yeah, his family tree was like everybody was related to each other. But yeah, I watch her videos. I like her videos. Oh, I don't want to play a trailer. But yeah, I like to watch her because I like listening to British history. And she covers more than like British history. But there's a lot of stuff that I watch from her. I like learning about the like Henry VIII and his wives. Or I should just call them the wives and Henry because he kind of sucks. Charles II of Spain had a wacky life. Humans never change. They have been that's true. A lot of them have been Karens for a long, long time. You know, some people just think they're entitled. I really think they're entitled. Oh, I think I found who I was talking about. The lady that I was talking about was Queen Caroline. She was the wife of George II. That's who I was talking about. Had that horrible death, and where they were operating on her, and she's like, "Can you stop to let me laugh?" Because the guy's wig caught on fire. Can you imagine? Well, you know, nowadays, I was gonna say, can you imagine somebody's hair catching on fire during surgery? Like, nowadays you'll have doctors that do, like, TikToks while they're operating on you. So, you know what? I think that's worse. I think that's worse, actually. Doctors, not, of course, it's probably not a lot, but some doctors doing TikToks while they're operating on you. I don't know about that. That sounds horrifying. No, I don't want to play my own channel trail. I'm trying to look at my channel stats, and I almost accidentally played my trailer. I do. I've heard of that. I have seen something like that of somebody getting sued because they were making videos while they were doing surgery. I think it was like plastic surgery. But I have definitely seen that. If at least one doctor doing a TikTok, they were literally dancing while they were doing the surgery. Yeah, during lockdown was crazy. Yeah, that's something you could definitely sue for, because that's insane. That's actually crazy. I can't imagine my surgeon doing the gritty while they're working on me. Can't imagine that. That's nuts. I really feel bad for anybody that like clicked on my stream and I just started talking about a queen being cut into, a guy's wig catching on fire, and then talking about a guy whose parents were so inbred he ended up being insane. Like, I don't know, sometimes this is just how it be, you know? I'm sharing my weird interests with chat. Chat needs to know. Chat needs to know my special interests. The plastic surgery one was actually wild. There's so much more. Was it really? Oh, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be. There are some crazy things. I think the pandemic brought out the worst in people. Everybody realized how insane they could be after the pandemic. I don't know, man. People are scary. I've never had to have surgery, and I hope I never have to. Cause this just sounds horrifying. The person sued was the lady stalk. Oh my. That sounds horrifying. That sounds. I don't like that. Oh jeez. That's a lot to take in. That's a lot to take in. Jeez. Does she win? You've already had 5 surgeries and you're just in your early. I'm so sorry you've had that many. That it takes a lot to recover from surgeries too. The only surgery, quote-unquote surgery, that I've had is getting my wisdom teeth removed. And that was pain, like, they kind of knocked me out during the surgery, but afterwards I felt the pain. Yeah, you gotta do the say-so. Gotta do the say-so challenge. When you're operating on your patient, getting plastic surgery, you gotta hit them with the say-so. Do the gritty. I would be so mad if my doctor just Fortnite danced while they were trying to operate on me. It'd be easy to sue them, though. Be easy to sue. Lawyers cost so much money, though. It'd be like that. But I hope you guys have enjoyed the stream. Me playing Overwatch, getting kicked out because I played Hanzo, I guess. And talking about very specific topics. Had your tonsils removed. All the ice pops tasted like root beer. I think I almost had my tonsils removed. I guess I ended up not needing that, but that was something that was being considered at one point. Imagine waking up too early and your surgeon teabagging you. Instant. Yeah, I would sue. Yeah, I'd sue. I think of that meme, it's like, nah, I'd win. Nah, I'd sue. It fixed your tongue tie as a baby, tonsils removed, all 4 wisdom teeth at once, double leg surgery. Oh my god. That is a lot. That is a lot. You know what? You're very strong for going through all of that. I can't imagine the recovery for some of that stuff. Just my wisdom teeth removal left me in a lot of pain. I can't imagine having several surgeries. Your dentist is stun locking you with the nurse stabbing. In a wheelchair for 3 months. That does sound like a lot. That is a lot. When I had my wisdom teeth taken out, I don't know if it's the medicine that they put me on, but I remember that I was like, I don't know if I'd call it hallucinating, because I knew what was going on, but whenever I closed my eyes, I would just see something really creepy. I'd have really creepy images pop up in my head, and I was afraid to close my eyes and take a nap because it just, whatever I saw really freaked me out. And I was having dreams that were just like horrifying. My brain didn't feel right. I don't know if that's like a side effect of like anesthesia or something, but I never want to feel like that again. It was like not quite hallucinating, but it was like seeing really creepy images in my head that I couldn't get out of my head, and then they were like going into my dreams. Yeah, terrifying. Absolutely horrifying, and my cheeks were like puffed up like a chipmunk. I didn't have the, you know, a lot of people, when they get their wisdom teeth out, they act all goofy. I was just a little bit. How would you put it? I was just a little bit silly, but I definitely did not have the goofiness that a lot of people do when they get their wisdom teeth taken out. It would have been funny. But yeah, it has some weird side effects. But I took a video right after I got my wisdom teeth out, and I remember I remember showing, this was in senior year, I remember telling one of my favorite teachers, I told him about it. I said, I got the video of me getting my wisdom teeth taken out, and I had my phone in my hands. He snatches my phone, and this is my English teacher, he snatches my phone from my hands and goes in the corner to watch the video. He was so excited. He's like, you need to film yourself when you get your teeth taken, when you get your wisdom teeth taken out. I'm like, bet. He just grabs my phone, goes in the corner and watches it, and he thought it was really, I wasn't that crazy, but he thought it was funny. It just cracked me up the way that he took my phone. He's like, I'm gonna watch this real quick. Hiya, cat. Oh, thank you so much for telling me happy birthday. Thank you. I'm glad to have you here. How are you doing? You completely, yeah. Honestly, I didn't have much of a reaction. I was a little let down. I wanted to have a reaction to it. Your sister called your cousin who lived 5 hours away and asked her to order her pizza. She's kind of real for that. That's a priority. Like, yeah, order me a pizza. I want food. I like how she didn't order the pizza. She asked somebody else to order her the pizza. That was really funny. Yeah, I don't really have any weird stories about surgery because I haven't really had, I don't know, I've never broken a bone, which kind of surprises me, but maybe that's also because I have never been a wild child. So, bit tired from work, but glad to be able to rest. Oh, I am doing well, thank you. Get plenty of rest. Get plenty of sleep. I'm currently trying to look for work. The thing is, they never seem to want to get back to me. I love when I do an application for a job, and I even do an assessment, and then they don't reply to me. Like, you know, jobs will be like, you need to check your emails, you need to respond to people, you need to do this. And then they expect you to do that as an employee. But then, like, the recruiters won't answer your emails. So it's like, I don't know, it seems kind of hypocritical, I'm just saying. And Broken Skeleton Gang, Calcium Gang. I don't know, I'm surprised. I almost broke my nose once. I remember that. What happened was, I wanted to twirl like a ballerina. I was on the edge. I was on the arm of the couch. I jumped off. I was attempting to do a twirl in the air, and instead of twirling, I fell flat on my face and my nose was gushing blood. And I remember my mom had to take me to get an x-ray done. I somehow didn't break my nose. But I wanted to be a ballerina and jump off the arm of the couch and twirl, and I landed flat on my face. Yeah, I don't think being a dancer, or at least a ballerina, is in my future. Yeah, that's why I was doing college. I was doing online schooling for a second degree, and I gave up because it's just, I can't do online schooling. I can't do it. In person is a different story, but online I can't do it. And trying to find work, trying to find people that respond back to you is so hard. Yeah, the thing is, like, when you go in person, like nowadays, they don't want to talk to you. They just tell you, yeah, fill out the application online. Like, nobody wants to just talk to you. Even the job recruiting place, remember when I first went, I was expecting maybe I don't know if this is how they did it back then or not, but I was expecting that I would be able to sit down and talk to somebody, tell them what I was looking for in a job, and they would help me look. Because I also wanted to bring up stuff like, I have, like, moderate social anxiety. I have sensory issues that's, like, autism related, so I kind of need a job that, like, won't aggravate those things. So I was expecting that you could sit down, talk to somebody, tell them, your strengths, your weaknesses, and they'll help you find a good job. But, like, the minute I went in there, they're like, oh, we have a job as a receptionist. You want me to sign you up for that? Like, they just got me. It's like they wanted to get me in and get me out. That's what they wanted to do. And I'm like, well, that's not helpful to me. It's not. At least for people that have, like, mental health problems, it's like, I can't just get any job because, like, for example, I can't succeed in fast food. I know I can't because the environment is just too stressful. I don't want to go into a job where I know I'm going to fail and I'm going to quit in a few days, Tore your lip up after you fell on the treadmill face first? Thought it was a flash, turns out I was a turtle. I'm so sorry, Slander. That sounds like a lot. Yeah, it's like they want to get you in and get you out. It's like, how do I talk to somebody? How do I, like, talk to somebody who's gonna, like, help me find a job that fits my experience or lack of experience, and is gonna be something I stay with? Like, it doesn't exist. It doesn't. It sucks. I don't know. And the thing is, like, you need a job to pay for things. And I was like, well, I don't have a job, so I can't pay for insurance. So if I have an emergency, if I were to have an emergency right now and go to the emergency room, it would cost me an arm and a leg. So I remember my grandma's like, why don't we go to the, like, human resources place? And I went to them, and they told me, like, I don't want government handouts, but I would like to not have to, you know, pay $100, over $100 just to see the doctor when I was in college and didn't have a job. But I remember we went over there, and they told me to my face, we can't help you because you look physically able. And I'm like, what? It's like, what do they say to people that go in that have mental disabilities? Are they gonna say that to somebody that, like, can't take care of themselves because they're physically able? At least, like, somebody with severe mental disabilities. Are they gonna tell them that? Like, you look physically able, so we can't help you. I'm like, I don't know. That made me really mad, actually. Like, I have autism level 1, and it's not like a leveling up system, but, like, from what I understand, it's level 1 to 3. 3 is like needing the most support, like you can't do things by yourself. Level 1 would be like quote-unquote high functioning, which is kind of what I am. Like, it's like I can function, but I require a little bit of support to do things in life. And a lot of people that have level 1 autism usually live with somebody, so that's, like, you know, why, or probably a reason I live with my grandma. It's like I can do things, but it's gonna take more effort to maybe get me to do them. Like, I don't know, because I also have other problems like social anxiety, you know, people have depression or they have PTSD or whatever. It's like I look like a functioning human being, but I need a little bit of support to get things done, to do things. I can't do it all by myself, you know? And so, for them to be like, yeah, we can't help you because you look physically able. And I'm like, well, can you tell me about anybody that can help me? And they're like, no. And I went to, yeah, it's really upsetting. Thank you, I appreciate that. Please, if you need prayers for anything too, feel free to let me know. Feel free to let me know. Yeah, the same with me. I have OCD too. I have had, when I got diagnosed with all this stuff, my autism diagnosis was last year, but I got diagnosed with, like, depressive disorder, anxiety disorder, social and general anxiety disorder, and OCD. And the OCD is usually what gets me. That is a genuine mental disability. The way that it, like, imprisons your brain. I don't even know how to put it. It's like a normal person cannot understand how much, like, OCD can terrorize you, you know? Yeah, even the mental compulsions are just like, for me, it depends. I'll have a lot of, like, what if thoughts. I have a thought, then I go, what if I did this differently? Well, what if I did it like this? But if I did this, would things be different? Would they have turned out differently? Would I have felt better? Would I have felt worse? It's just like, it starts from one what if thought, and it spirals. And then it gets worse. And then I used to be really bad about needing to do, I still, like, kind of do this, but not as severely. I used to be really bad about having to do things a certain number of times. Like, if I took steps, they either had to be even or odd, the amount of times I took steps. Otherwise, it would make me very, very upset that I'd have to do it a certain number of times. Either had to be even or odd, depending what I was thinking. I still I still do this, not as much as I used to, but I also like have the tendency to like check things to make sure I've turned them off. Like sometimes I'll go back like 5 times to check and make sure I've turned the stove off, because my brain is like, what if you looked at it wrong? What if the stove is still on? If the stove is still on, then it'll just keep burning. Then if it keeps burning, then the house can catch on fire. And if the house catches on fire, it could burn down. And then if it burns down, you'll have nowhere to live. That's the way OCD is like. It's hard to explain to a person. And like to anybody else, it sounds insane. And it does sound insane. But in your mind, all you can focus on is the anxiety. It's like, if I don't do this, this anxiety is not gonna leave me. But the ironic thing is, to like cure OCD, you have to not think about it. Which is like, well, that's easier said than done, you know? But the way to get better is to not dwell on the thoughts, which is so difficult. It really is. Yeah, existential stuff, it can be anything. It just, your mind needs a little bit of fuel. It needs a little bit of fuel to start the fire, and then it goes and it burns and it burns and it burns. And the more you think about things, the more you do the compulsions, the worse it gets. It's, you know, that, I don't know. It's a lot. And for a place to tell me they can't help me anyway, not even give me any resources, like mental health resources, because I'm like physically able, sucks. Never been diagnosed, but you relate a lot to what I say. Checking alarms, power switches, yeah, that, I think some things, like obviously if you, medical diagnoses are expensive. If you can get diagnosed, you should, not just so you can prove that you have something, but that you can get accommodations for things, you know? The horrors are never ending, yet we remain silly, yeah. You just gotta be silly goofy, you know? Things are hard, but if you're silly goofy and you try your best, you know, keep pushing through, it's gonna be okay. Even though it sucks. Especially me with like sensory issues. I think you guys have seen a few times by now, but I have thank you for the heart slander. I have really bad sensory issues. Like if I'm streaming, when I say I'm afraid of distractions, if I'm streaming and I hear somebody on the phone and the door, like their door isn't closed, if I can hear them, I have to stop stream because I can't. The sound of people talking loudly and talking on the phone, and I know it's gonna keep going, I cannot focus. I can't sit here and like finish a stream. And you know, I can't explain it like briefly on stream because it's a little more than just like sensory issues. It's probably something that's called like misophonia, which is like an extreme hatred of sound, and it's more than just being annoyed by something. But I think at least my regulars kind of understand that, you know, or maybe it's like a little disclaimer I should put out there. If I'm doing stream and like something pops up, if people come over, if there's like a phone conversation going on in the other room where there's not a closed door blocking it out, if I don't have music to block it out, I will probably have to just stop because I can't, like, it causes me intense anxiety and I feel like I want to just rip my ears off. Like I can't ignore it. It's I don't know, that's one of my problems, you know, one of the things I have to deal with. And as far as I know, it's not something you can cure, you can get rid of. If it's misophonia, it's even more like convoluted. It's not just sensory issues, it's like, I think it's the way your brain is wired, which is interesting, you know. But it's also linked to like autism and ADHD, interestingly. But, you know, that's probably something people need to know. Like, if something like, it's happened before, but if I'm streaming and my family comes over and they stay for a while, I would have to just stop stream because I can't focus. A lot of the time, I will leave my house. I will go somewhere else because I can't stand that many people in the house talking. I have to, like, blast music or put on, like, brown noise or something like that, but it's, I don't know. It's very frustrating for a mental health resources place to tell me, we can't help you because you're physically able. And I'm like, well, what do I do now? And they're like, I don't know. I don't know, that's your problem. I don't know. Yeah, you gotta have a little bit of whimsy and romanticization, yeah. The playlist is louder than my thoughts. I think that's why I wear headphones all the time. Sometimes, depending, I like to have quiet, but it has to be complete, utter silence. I either like complete, utter silence, or I like something just in the background constantly. And I think the feeling of, like, headphones on my head is just like a sensory thing, you know? I like wearing headphones because it just, I don't know. It makes me feel protected, I guess. Lo-fi cat radio. Imagine I made my own lo-fi beats. That'd be kind of fun if I could learn how to do that. Basically saying it's all in your head. Yeah, it's like, it's all in your head. It's like, I know exactly, that's why I'm driving myself crazy. And then we went... No, we didn't go. I called a place that does, like, mental health stuff around here. And I was like, is it possible that I can go talk to a counselor or whoever to see if I have ADHD? And they're like, no. I'm like, they don't do assessments for that. But I'm like, is it possible I can just, like, talk to them and see what they think? And they're like, no. And this is, like, before... Yeah, it completes... I think I'm kind of the same way. That, at least nowadays, I like having something in the background. Like, complete silence. It feels too empty. That's why it depends. But before I got the autism diagnosis, we went to this place, and I told them I want to be tested for ADHD and autism. I told them that's what I went there for. We did a whole interview, you know, so they could put our information in the system. I come back, like, a week later, and they know what I'm in there for. I come back a week later, and I go in the room, and the lady tells me, we don't do ADHD assessments here. And she's like, we don't do autism assessments. And I'm like, that's what I came in here for. That's what I told... I'm like, that is what I told them I came here for. And you waited an entire week. Didn't even bother to call me before I came over here. I come over here for you to tell me I don't do the testing. And I was like, well, I guess I have no more business with you then. And then I went home. I was like, this is insane. That's crazy. Like, I literally told them I wanted to be tested, and they're like, we don't test for stuff here. I'm like, could you have at least called me so I didn't have to make the trip over here? Like, you knew what you were gonna tell me, that you didn't do that, so why did I have to make the trip? I was furious. And then we went to the place that did my testing. I really think they did not do a thorough job with the ADHD testing. It did not seem thorough. The autism felt like a no-brainer to me, like I wasn't really surprised by that. But then I went back and read the reviews for that place, and they're not very good. But that was the cheapest we could get it done. Like, if we went to a psychologist, it would have been $1,500. You know, this was the cheapest place we could get it done. And my grandma paid for it for me because I couldn't afford it. But she knew I really wanted this done, and I really want to pay her back for it. She told me I don't have to do that. She's like, this is the last thing I do for you, but I'm like, I'd like to pay her back because at least that gives me some perspective into why I act the way I do, you know, a little bit. But yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of crazy for people to be like, we can't help you because you're like, you're physically able. If you're not mentally able, that's like not our department. Thank you for the hydrate. I think I'm about to end stream because I've been yapping for like 2.5 hours. I've been yapping. I think I do like the just chatting streams. I don't know how much the people like them, but I think I like them. Maybe I ought to do it more. You know, just sitting here chatting about random stuff. And also, thank you guys for the birthday wishes. I kind of just spent the day at home mostly. But that is perfectly fine with me. And I've had a good day. I think a good day is a drama-free day. I think that's what a good day is a drama-free day. But thank you for the birthday wishes, and you know, just being cool people. I think you guys have been very, very supportive. Been very supportive of me. You've been very nice to me. I have a very nice community. I really do. And I love that a lot. Thank you, Slander. Had fun while you've been here. Interesting and informative discussion, a good cozy vibe. I'm so glad. I'm so glad for that. Thank you, Natalie. I love you too. Yeah, maybe I do more just chatting then, if you guys like it. I'll do more just chatting. I'll let you know when that animated emote gets made. It shouldn't be too long, but I'm excited for that. But I think I'm gonna head out for now. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day or night, wherever you are. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I will do my Fire Emblem stream tomorrow, so make sure, if you can, if you want, to drop by for that. It'll be 2 p.m. EST. But yes, I will do Fire Emblem 3 Houses tomorrow. We'll play some more Silver Snow. But have a great rest of your day, guys. I will see you soon. Bye-bye, everybody.